Jay-Z, you're just like Diddy. I can't stand your arrogant, condescending attitude. Nicki posted a video of you wearing a pink wig, and I retweeted it. Nothing more. You deserved it. Everyone knows about our feud. It's been going on for over 20 years. I've seen all your manipulation in the industry, from power struggles to cultural control. In 2015, when Tidal launched, Nicki helped you build it from nobody to a successful platform, and you immediately pocketed her $7.9 million in royalties. Lil Wayne was qualified for the Super Bowl, but you kicked him out of personal grudges. How is that any different from Diddy forcing his artists to sign unfair contracts? Just because Nicki didn't align with him, he resorts to this kind of suppression. You're truly despicable. What's even more interesting is that right after I showed him and his father's photo in the documentary Sean Combs: The Reckoning, you immediately had your lawyer send me a warning letter saying I overstepped my bounds. When you wrote the lyrics to exonerate Diddy back then, why didn't you think about today? You say the film is malicious slander, but why don't you dare sue me for defamation? Because all the evidence I have is true. I haven't finished reporting the witnesses in my documentary, and I haven't released all the Tidal profit sharing documents. If you know what's good for you, pay back what you owe Nicki with interest. Don't wait until I make Jay-Z Reckoning 2, by which time
Let's get it straight. Nobody's afraid of 50 Cent.
I want everyone to be clear. No one's scared of 50 Cent.
Well, at that point, his safe presentation, even the glasses, what the glasses represent? Intelligence, right? A nerd, maybe? What are some of the things that come along with you being a nerd? Like, don't hit a guy with fly. He's not identifying with the transition and difference and the perception of Jay-Z. Now he's really safe, and people feel comfortable with him because they know he's not going to do anything inappropriate or try not to. Meanwhile, when he's saying he's not afraid of 50 Cent, why would you have to make that clear when no one's ever asked?
For years, rumors of tension between two major hip-hop icons floated quietly through the culture, treated more like backstage whispers than confirmed history. This documentary finally brings those stories into the light and sets them down as part of the official record. Both artists built powerful legacies and transformed music into global businesses, yet their journeys could not have been more different. One rose through a loud, fearless presence that demanded attention, while the other advanced with calm precision, choosing timing and structure over spectacle. Each method shaped the industry in its own way and left an undeniable imprint on hip-hop. By revisiting their moments of disagreement and contrast, the story points to a larger question about influence itself. Is the future of the industry shaped by the voice that commands the spotlight or by the strategist who works quietly in the background? When we look closer, it becomes clear that true power is not always obvious. Many turning points in music history may not have been accidents at all, but the result of careful decisions made out of sight, changing the culture long before anyone realized it.
And Puff was given an assignment. And that was to destroy East Coast rap. And what I mean by that, and I know people are like, yo, Gene is out of his mind and everything like that. Check this out, brother. Is that New York rappers was getting 800 to 1.2 million, or some larger than that, and sign with labels back then. And they was getting a lot of money to make albums and records. When they had guys down south that these labels was paying $250,000, $300,000 on record deals, and these guys was bringing back platinum albums and everything like that. So what they had to do was they had to keep New York rappers down. That's one reason, other than the Irv Gotti that 50 was going through and the poison they was putting in about 50, he had to go elsewhere to California, or with Jay and not with Dre and Eminem to get a deal. They did not want East Coast rappers to get big. They were suppressing all new artists that was coming out of New York. Jay and Diddy was doing that. That's why when I heard your story, because I knew this for a long time, but when I heard Dame Dash that Jay wouldn't sign off on nothing, Jay wouldn't do this and Jay would that, because he He couldn't let a Cameron blow up. He couldn't let an East Coast rapper like Beanie Siegel blow up. Cause him and Diddy was giving that deal, we gotta keep these East Coast rappers down. Cause down south rappers, Cash Money, No Limit, Ludacris and them, they was taking little money and bringing back more money and making more money for them. So the record labels, I wouldn't say they was going to lose off the East Coast.
Domestic charts often tell only one side of the story, but looking at global performance reveals a very different reality. When the focus moves beyond national rankings, the idea of success becomes wider and more nuanced. What seems dominant in one market may not carry the same weight worldwide, reminding us that influence cannot be measured by local headlines alone. This broader perspective also draws attention to the role of promotion, resources, and financial strength in shaping public opinion. Exposure can be amplified through strategy, not just earned through organic support. That leads to an uncomfortable realization. Cultural leadership is not always a pure reflection of audience connection. If recognition can be boosted through investment and planning, then the meaning of winning grows more complicated, raising the question of whether true success lies in genuine reach or in the power to shape what people see.
Contract. He got trophies. Now those fucking trophies. Those fucking trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
You're gonna let him say that? Jay was getting Grammys.
He had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he ain't show up.
He had like 20 now.
Oh, Lord.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
He was one. At the same time. He got them shits. He started drinking. His pictures with him. Fucking thinks the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades.
Because he's no longer viewed as what, like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Right? You were connected to the biggest.
Jay got it for the music. Jay got it for the music.
You didn't sing.
He deserved those.
I'm sitting there, it's like this, like Black excellence. They're sitting there like, yeah. It's the billionaire brunch.
Oh,
Like,
I hate you, man.
unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm gonna be with you niggas this year. Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on, bro.
I mean, that's
That's crazy.
He just looking at his watch during the whole Rock Nation, bro. Like, is it 3:30?
Yeah, it's almost time to get out.
What the fuck is that?
Yo, I feel like I'm normal again. Get me out of here.
Oh, wow. So that's the deal he signed.
The Super Bowl controversy offers a rare look into how alliances operate when the spotlight is at its brightest. Open gestures of support from one side stood in sharp contrast to the quiet pushback happening out of public view. That contrast brings a deeper discussion back to the surface, especially about how decisions are made when it comes to representation on the world's largest platforms. At that level, influence is not determined by talent alone. It is shaped by permission, relationships, and access. When visibility depends on someone else's approval, an important question emerges: who truly decides who belongs on the biggest stages and who is merely allowed to step through the door once it has already been opened by someone else?
Outgrows Diddy's documentary. If Beyonce sends me a legal letter on behalf of Jay-Z, I remind her to stay quiet. This is a dispute between men, and she has no right to interfere. I have to let everyone see the true face of Jay-Z. Jay-Z and Diddy have been longtime friends, and their business dealings never stopped. He frequently attends Diddy's parties, so why do people think he's innocent? Jay-Z and Diddy got involved in the same case in 2024, where a victim claimed she was assaulted by both Jay-Z and Diddy. I remember Jay-Z saying these were all rumors and that he was defending Diddy. But ironically, Diddy got arrested in 2025. And there's enough evidence to count his crimes on one hand. I've known him for 20 years, and I know how many bad things they've done behind the scenes. After Jay-Z founded his company, he repeatedly got into copyright disputes. In 1999, He was convicted of third-degree assault and served time in prison. He was unfaithful to Beyonce, and he was caught by Beyonce's sister. I think everyone has seen the footage of him getting beaten up in the elevator. I've already gathered the evidence, and I'm going to give Jay-Z.
You don't think he knew anything? He's seemingly around Diddy a lot.
That was a real suburb question.
I know, right? Proximity. Proximity. That's the SAT hit parade word. I had to learn that.
Do you think he fucking knew all of the shit that was going on? Yeah, that was like a...
I don't want to incriminate myself.
I know, but the way he said it,
like I said,
no matter how you answer that shit, you snitching.
exactly.
That was a narc kind of.
You asked the question like a fan.
Hey, I grew up with white people, but it's one thing I know is how to get a black guy in trouble.
It's a great question.
Yo, just give him the Happy Meal before you ask him to snitch, bro.
He said, damn, they wasn't even drinking.
Speaking of, how the hell you pronounce
Lechimindewa.
Okay.
It's the King's Path.
King's Path.
Because I know Branson. That's the one I pronounce.
That's the Branson lifestyle. You're gonna be outside.
Biff, you're not worried that if you throw little and you don't throw out allegations, but like you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way? Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up?
I don't got that shit in my past. I'm not.
Everybody got a little bit.
Look,
like,
I took a pill, but it was for me to perform better. For her to remember, buddy. I didn't fucking give her a drink so she forget what the fuck happened. What the fuck is going on here, bro? Yes, I took the drink. I gave me the fucking drug to perform. So she can remember and possibly love me for that.
Did it work?
What the fuck? Yo, bro, look, I'm doing pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just saying, this is the opposite of normal shit that we're talking about, bro.
That is what?
Those who have collaborated closely with 50 Cent often speak of his direct involvement and approachable nature. He is described as someone who stays engaged with the people around him, maintaining a visible presence in everyday interactions. This hands-on style has helped shape his image as someone firmly connected to the ground level of the industry. Jay-Z, on the other hand, is commonly characterized as more distant, with access to him tightly controlled. He is perceived as someone who works from a position removed from daily operations, where influence is exercised through structure rather than constant personal contact. This contrast in how each man operates adds depth to their public images, highlighting two very different models of authority and leadership within the music world.
Another man, and to me, again, that whole conversation's a bit feminine. But if you're going to say some like that, you should have actually done something to help the problem. But I never got the call from Ray saying, do you need anything? And anyone else that I've ever given, paid a bill, paid their rent, paid their college, any dollar, not one person, and I don't want them to, because they know I'm all right. But not one person has called and said, yo, could I send you something to help? But I don't need the help. But if you're going to talk about it, be about it. But to me, that's just a jab when you tell and promote a false narrative and say that I'm in such a bad place that another dude should help me, and that my tail's in between my legs to the extent because of a lawsuit that I would actually take that money. I'm a man. I don't want nobody to give me nothing but the opportunity to do what I got to do. And I don't see no opportunity. I don't want to perform for the Super Bowl. I'm not all right with the NFL. I'm still mad it ain't no black owners. We went from kneeling to being happy when we could perform for them. That wasn't what I was about. I was about ownership of our own league and taking pride in that. I'm not a court jester for everybody else to get good ratings. I know what we're being used for, and I'm not cool with that. So it's a big deal is to jump on a stage for a bunch of white owners? No, that's embarrassing to me. It's a spectacle. They're laughing at us. Like being patted on the back by another culture is not how I judge my success. Only person that has the audacity to pat me on my back is my family. And they better, I'd be like, you better chill out. I don't want no pats on the back. I don't play that. I'm not in the patty pat club. On no level.
I feel you. But speaking of the NFL, I know right now Nicki Minaj, she calling out Jay, and I know Colin Kaepernick's wife, she called out Jay, saying that, Jay did her husband wrong. But I don't know. I don't know the backstory behind that, man. But I know it's going, viral right now on social media. But I do want to ask you, how do you feel about the NFL right now, in general?
Their hardships or their the things that they got going on, there would be issues, and what a celebrity's issues would be.
Wait, what is that?
They think all celebrities are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, and when you see, if I wasn't saying anything, guess what? You could safely say that a person on the outskirts that is not involved in hip hop culture could think that everybody in hip hop culture is with that shit.
So by you, you're good, bro. You're fucking good.
Yeah,
He's protecting hip hop.
Yeah.
If you don't speak out and make them the weirdos, then they're gonna think everybody's
Every
like
single
that.
person is like that involved in hip hop culture.
Makes you think, did Jay do it?
Shut up.
He's in trouble. We live in New York, bro.
No.
We live here.
No, free Jay-Z.
I'm just saying.
Shout out Mufasa. We all gonna go and support. Yo, we can all see. You are crazy. That was the craziest thing. I literally.
What's the lady at Rock Nation? I gotta send her that.
You don't feel like that happened the same day, bro. What's the day came out the day before the next day?
I was eating Raisin Bran. Okay, I'm eating Raisin Bran. I got my daughter in my arm. I'm scrolling. Right? I see somebody screenshot your shit is Jay and the whole family at the Mufasa Fair. And then the comment is 50 Cent. Jay said, they said I the 13-year-old. Let's go watch Mufasa.
Everybody get dressed. We're going to see Mufasa right now. I just think it was a good look. Like angling yourself as
a family man.
Yes.
But they had to go to the premiere,
that
bro.
was planned already. I'm
They had to go to the premiere.
And I realized that later, but I'm just saying to you, I haven't seen him in a long time. That's all I'm saying. When I hadn't seen him in a long time, and then I heard this shit, and then I looked and I saw Mufasa, I said, whoa. That's all that fucking happened, bro. You think this is at my phone? This is my phone. This is happening at real time. I'm going, yo. He said, yo.
You just gotta say everyone gets these jokes, bro. That's what you gotta say.
Yeah, no.
Rappers, listen, comedians are the new rappers, bro. That's
why
the
do
thing.
people come to my page, bro?
That's true.
I know what I'm saying.
You know what they're saying?
That is true.
Well, you don't think you're going to happen next?
These contrasting public personas reflect two distinct leadership models within hip-hop. One is grounded in accessibility and personal engagement, building influence through direct relationships and shared experience. The other draws power from separation and select access, where authority is reinforced by distance rather than familiarity. Each method creates its own form of respect and control. In a culture rooted in community and lived experience, this difference matters. It brings forward a timeless question about influence and loyalty. Are people more devoted to leaders who stand beside them, or to those who remain above the crowd, defined by status and intrigue rather than everyday connection?
Skeptical.
Because I think there are some women that are like, I think there's some women that are like,
this guy's supposed to be from Queens, bro.
let me
come fucked up experience.
You take him off the corner one time.
No. What I'm saying is I know a couple of exes that fucking throw me under the bus.
You should let him have the corner. None of this would have happened if you let him have the corner. Would have been fine.
You know there's some like opportunists they'll just throw out the fucking.
But that's what I'm saying. You had to have something. Look, if you already interacted with the person, right, and you hadn't had a bad experience, it would take more for them to say some of the shit that you see these people say. Right? Like, you go, what made you do? What made you? Even when we part ways, and because a lot of times when we interact with people, they're not just having fun for tonight. They think we're bleeding into this hardcore relationship that may not materialize. Right? So I see what you're saying, where they can look and go, well, look, you met the girl in 2003. You hung out with her. You had a good time after the show with 30 girls there. You just went and y'all hung out, right? And y'all just part ways. Right? So there's no negative things between it, but she can look up at the TV now and you've been a success since then. Feel like that's my life. I was supposed to be there and be upset with you and say something. But there's will have any merit to
So
it.
if I gotta keep
That
it real,
woman hasn't been in my.
you ain't always have the most amicable breakups. You remember where I think it's your baby moms, where it's like she was kind of speaking out, and then all of a sudden the house just got burnt down.
Yeah, but you know it happens. Left eye. She burned the house down.
This nigga is crazy. That's what I'm saying.
No, my God, he goes, wow. So I know how you feel about me now. No. He's going in. He's crazy. So he saw me right the match.
I want my block back.
He goes, look, I have faith in our justice.
I'm a
I
civilian
believe
now.
there will be consequences connected to those behaviors and actions that this brother is talking about.
Oh my goodness, man.
Why is that a part of his thought process today while we're here having a good time?
That's a good ass
said,
point.
look, you do have people that really, look, when you break up with them, they don't care about you anymore.
Yeah.
So they'll say things and you go, yeah, but it doesn't hold merit. It doesn't have any real.
Yeah, of course. After all these years,
That's
and
like-
you don't see nothing. Yeah,
like the girl that's just upset with you. She's just angry.
These contrasting public images highlight two distinct leadership paths in hip-hop. One is driven by openness and direct engagement, building influence through real connection, while the other depends on separation and exclusivity to command respect. Both approaches create authority in different ways within a culture grounded in authenticity and lived experience. This divide is more than symbolic. It poses an enduring question about loyalty and power. Is trust earned by standing close to the people, or by maintaining distance and letting status and mystery speak for themselves?
Notice. He said, pull up.
But I don't think that was.
Tell me.
Okay, look. Because of the statute of limitation, there is
there is no criminal. So it's a
so making a
it's
statement
pump
is to
fake.
make people feel like.
But apparently, if she's under 18, didn't you say it still could be criminal? He knows because he's fed.
He used to be a cop.
So you
turned him into a cop. He used to sell drugs and then he became a police officer. Did you know that?
You say, wait.
How to rob. He listened to
Glorified security.
But you know what he would do? When they would arrest G Unit guys, he would be like, yes. And he was in the court. Guilty.
Every time.
I was actually the cool one. I'll give you the extra fucking cheese sandwiches and shit like that. I'll be looking out.
Take care of the family.
Hey, you know, I don't know, man. I think what's the name? I get confused too. When you look at this shit, it's a lot. It's a lot of confusing information, right? But I think when you do point out that, why didn't you file criminal cases? Because you can't. You can't. It's over 20 years old. This was 2000, bro.
No, but I think if it's a minor,
when they're saying this is happening, I'm not even 50 Cent yet.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You see what I'm saying? Like this is that far back.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not. It didn't even take place at that point. So I'm like,
These contrasting public personas reveal two distinct leadership styles in hip-hop. One gains influence through openness and personal interaction, while the other maintains authority through distance and exclusivity. Both approaches shape power in different ways within a culture rooted in authenticity and street-level respect. This difference is not just symbolic. It raises a lasting question about loyalty. Is it built by standing close to the community, or by holding a higher position that draws strength from mystery and status?